How are you guys? Take two on Friday night, cocktails and cards with me, Lori LaRose, Active Stamping. I got interrupted with a telephone call. All's good, but I did need to take it. So I thought, oh, I'll just wait until 9 o'clock and I'll go live again. If you're watching the replay, it won't make any difference to you anyways. If you're an Easterner and you're taking in, you'll be like, woo, it's late. But while I was on, pulled away, I was coloring, which is why you've got little hot pink cheeks on. It reminds me, actually, I did like card classes. I've done those forever, but years ago we used to have kits, card making kits, Christmas kits, like scrapbooking kits, and we cut them in half, and anyways, we'd make like 15 cards in 3 hours, and all the girls would have little bright cheeks when they would be leaving, and I was kind of laughing at them, and now I know why. When you're working really hard to get stuff done. So I have pre-colored one of the things. I think I might color more anyways, but anyway, so hi Alexina, how you doing? Alexina, sorry, I think I said it. I know what I meant to say, but I might have said Vina, and I didn't mean to. Anyways, laughing a little bit. The day was beautiful here. The weather was lovely. It's the ground is just hot. Like Earth is warming up, and spring is coming. So that's exciting for us, even though it snows every night. So yes, did that, and working on getting some things. Have a couple ideas actually, and you can definitely put yourself on an interest list. I'm not very good at advertising, and I think advertising is not very good at reaching everybody. But if you hear this and you're like, I would totally be in on that. My one girlfriend was like, Lori, you have so much ribbon. And I do. I have lots and lots of different ribbons, and she's super, like, she's new to stamping, so she's like, I never seen some of these colors. Like, I would love to have some of this stuff. So I'm thinking of, it'd have to be not current, because it's not, like, it has to be retired to be able to sell kind of thing. But so it's all retired ribbon that I'll be doing. It'll be a variety pack, no choices kind of thing. And I'll just be cutting yards of stuff, and I'll price it out, like, reasonable, you know what I mean? And then, of course, we have to throw some shipping on there. But it'll be packed so that it'll be practically like double letter, basically. So like $2 shipping, hopefully, like, right, $2.50 maybe shipping. So if you're half interested in that, make sure you kind of are like, hey, me. Thank you guys very much for coming back and watching again. So at 8 o'clock I got started. I think I got more comments at 8 o'clock. I do think you guys like cocktails and cards, but I got more comments from 8 till 8:02 when I left than I do sometimes my entire thing. So go back in there and be like, yeah, hey. Anyways, it is cocktails and cards. Grab a little cocktail and join me, and we'll go from there. I'm gonna pop you down. I was gonna leave, but that doesn't work. I'm just starting. All right, here we go. Oh my goodness sakes, that is a lot of mess going on there. So burgers and bistro and burgers. Hi, thank you guys, whoever's sending me a little love at the craziness. And burgers and bistro here in Canada, it's not a must-have set, I don't think. And I love to tell you guys what I think you guys should get. I don't like this right here. Hold on a second. Why is that showing? Oh well, we'll just go. No, there's maybe better. I say it every single time. I wish that this would be, that I could have this wider and not have this showing. But anyways, there's my little, it's empty. Yes, because I had it an hour ago and I just thought, just go, Lori, just go. All right, Burgers and Bistro is, any weekend is a burger day. Father's Day coming up in a couple months, basically. I love the words, you're kind of a big deal. This is now on sale. Buy it separately. It's a bundle, but you don't want to buy the bundle pricing. I'm 96% sure the bundle is more expensive. But the stamp set is like 20, hold on, I'm going to find this for real. I did it once, but $25.60 for this, and then the dies are only $23, and I have the dies somewhere here, and they're kind of fun. So depending on what you do in your life, I think one time a little while ago, I was working on it. There's kind of like a charcuterie board. Like, there's some fun things on here. So it definitely cuts out these three things. But if you think about it, there's only three things, and there is like 15 dies. So think about how fun. So there's a little olive, which is kind of fun. There's a knife. That's the fries. And a knife handle. the knife, so you can do a silver handle with a silver blade with a handle, the pickle. There is a whole bunch of these. There's 2 of these. They could be chips, but they also could be little, what do you call that? Pennants. There's another pennant. So it's kind of not a bad one. And especially so at $23, you could just get this, but you definitely would have this burger just kind of hanging out. There would be 3 that would be like, what am I going to do with those 3? This could be a little lake, just saying. Anyways, I do love this board. If I was really good, if I get a chance, I'll cut. And then the flames are kind of fun as well. So it is a really, really fun die set. That all being said, there's even like a little ketchup, like a little ketchup holder. Hey, so fun. So, don't buy it as a bundle. Do pick it up as the stamps and the dies, and that goes for all of the bundles. If you are looking at the last chance page, make sure that if you're looking at the bundles, you break down the bundles. Pick up, like, click on and find out what the stamps are for and what the dies are for. 99% of the time, that's going to be cheaper. In this case, it's $49 versus $63.75. Okay. I do like this set. The one thing I thought, and for people who are back on watching me, you'll have heard me say this already, but I just was winding up for it. Hi, Deniza. How do you say that? Deniza. I like that. Daniza, maybe. I like it. I think this would be kind of a fun idea to cut out and have, oh, I picked up the edge there like crazy. It's good that I'm cutting it out. Cut these out and have them be little placards, like little place cards. If you're having a sit-down meal at a barbecue idea, you could literally put them at each place and you could write the name on like across there. I think that would be kind of fun personally, but I'm kind of crazy. There is lettuce and tomatoes. There are a few things where you can watch people stamp this twice. So I'll show you that because you don't need to see 100 years of me coloring, but, and have I done this before? No, I have not cut this out before. This one won't end up getting colored. I did see a really fun card. So if you love coloring is just kind of fun basically to do. But if you can imagine just having these and then do another one and then have some words over top of it, that's not a bad card either, if that makes sense. I'm going to pull up this, you're kind of a big deal. And I'll show you what I mean. Hold on a second. I'm going to just do this one. One moment, and then you'll see what I mean. Hold on. 4 by 5 1/4 is my basic layer. I think I'll put it on top of, ooh, Misty Moonlight for sure. Even though the color's not right, if you're making this to be a guy's card, it'll be beautiful and fun. And so you can, if you head over, so I'm Active Stamping with Lori LaRose on Facebook. If you head over to Instagram, just Active Stamping, and there's a kind of a fun, this is not your regular, this is not your mother's Oldsmobile. Is that the way it goes? The stamp pad is a modified one from the White Craft ink. And a couple days ago, I showed you, so you'll get this, and it's blank, and you get a bottle of White Craft as well. This is my second set, so I had a whole bottle of White Craft, so I was like, what can I do with that? And I thought, oh, I can color. So I added re-inkers. I put it onto my nice glass mat, and I put a blob of the White Craft, and then I put re-inkers in it, and I painted inside of a gold embossed on top of the black. You could do it on black, or I did it on top, in this case, of Blackberry Bliss. And it's really, really fun to work with. Kind of pretty to see. The colors are so cool. These were green. So they, the colors change out because of that white. It absorbs, interesting. But anyways, you'll have fun with that. basically added a little bit of black Memento ink refill to this. Tidier, and for some reason or another, actually stamps better as well. So I wouldn't have thought. I just was doing it because I love the cleanliness. The cleanliness, there's a good word. The Memento ink pad, you get your fingers dirty all the time. But like I said, I was kind of surprised, really quite surprised to find out that I had a sharper image as well. That's kind of fun. I don't know if I want a couple pickles in here or not. I'll get one of the words in here. Okay, so now I've stamped there. I've got to clean that up a little tiny bit. And do that. There we go. So this is, I divert from my story of one story to another. This could be done in a lot of colors. I've said that I'm going to mount it on a piece of Misty Moonlight. So I think this, if you're like, oh, it's always so much coloring, because it does take a few minutes. What did I just do with that thing? So tonight's the night that if I'm misplacing stuff, y'all could have been drinking like fishes. I misplaced the whole phone coming back on. But basically, when I misplaced something, some of the some of you people watching started thinking, she misplaces stuff. We should play a drinking game. So if you ever hear people talking about a drinking game, it's that. Talking drinking responsibly, by the way. But next Friday, I will not be on here, actually, for sure not. I'm going to be at Rival Trade, and I guess they sold out. So they just started advertising for it like Wednesday or Thursday even. Oh, Wednesday, I guess. And look how fun that is. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. And it's a sold out event. So I'm not advertising anymore, but people can make cards with me. I guess, not a guess. Yeah, so I'm excited. That's what I was going to say. I get to make cards with people. And so I'm excited. I'm just trimming this off. I tend to. Hang on, I'm just trimming. Trimming like a fool. Okay. One more cut. Da, 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 da. You're kind of a big deal. And I'm just going to trim this down a little tiny bit as well. Hi, Keisha. Thanks for coming back, too. I'm going to cut this down to 5 because I cut kind of short there. I'm going to cut over here. 5 by 3 3/4 now instead. Ooh, that's a pretty big one, but that's okay. And Keisha will be like, why do you not want to color? Keisha loves coloring. Can't Spell Crafter with K's. Look her up. She does a beautiful job of coloring. I do need to have this on a piece of something. So just to save some time, I'm just going to pop it on. This is totally the wrong color, but at least you'll be able to see it a little bit better, right? So I would back this on a piece of the blue that I'm going to mount this on. And that would look really, really nice. Oh, I never put this down. I'm sorry, guys. It's kind of in my eyeballs and I couldn't figure out why. So hi, Anne, you got home safe? Woohoo! Just a nice, Anne was up visiting me and we had a lovely visit. Chatter, 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 chatter. And there we go. And this one's maybe a little better. Sure, it's the wrong color, but it'll do the trick for you guys to see sort of what it'll look like. Okay. And so if you're not a big color, if you're not a Keisha, but you'd like to have a quick card for somebody special, that's kind of fun with this set. And then I did color one while I was busy, not being on basically. And my dies, I will cut it out. And again, there's all sorts of dies on this. This is kind of a fun set. If you are a scrapbooker, I think you'll use this a ton. If you have a man in your life or like grandkids, grandsons, I think it's just a fun one. I have a whiskey set that, is it right here? I think my whiskey set is just in my next room, but I use my whiskey set and my golf. There's only so many sets that we have for our guys in our life anyways, and this to me is one of those sets, 100%. It's a good masculine card maker. And like I was saying, and I think Sharon agrees with me, little place cards with these. So to have, even though you would have like lots of different like dips and stuff, you could still just say what the dip was on these. These could be, you just cut out about 8 of them, and on everything that needs to be identified, you'd have this. You're wondering, what are you doing now, Lori? I'm actually kind of looking around for some washi tape to tack this down, and then I was going to just do it right here. But there it is. Not happening. And you'll get to see me reaching across. I'm thinking, I'm looking and I'm like, do I actually have, no. So I'm just going to bring this over here. Come on, little guy. I don't think I have my top gun over there, but that's okay. So what I'm trying to say is, I think this is a good one to get. And I'll show you the one, I think I showed it to you guys yesterday in the morning time too. The Leaf Collection is on for $14, and it is a absolute, you are out of your mind if you don't get it. Stamp. It is a single stamp. I'm going to bring over something to show it off. I love it. I'm going to pretend I'm going to bring it over. I'm not sure where it is right this very second. Okay, I'm lying to you. You can get it or not get it. No, I'm just teasing you. I really, really think you should get it for $14. Oh, here it is. This is such a beautiful stamp set. Not a set. It's a one single. It's a big background one. I did it with multi embossing powders on this particular one. And then, not that you can see, but pretend if you stamped on it, you'd get that little bit of a speckle. Like tone on tone, it's pretty. I should have a small stack of them. I really showcased this at one point in my life, and I really loved it. And I think it's really, really, oh, I don't even have that other one. That's too bad. This is a must-have. So Leaf Collection, $14, must-have. Burger, up to you. But I think it's a fun one. And again, the dies could stand alone. If you love to do charcuterie or something, you have like a whole board here. Get out the board. You have a flames that you could work with for campfires and stuff like that too. And like that knife. And then again, these could be chips, but I think they could be little things. I think they're fun. So this is your little charcuterie board. And that's super, super fun. I like this set. Other sets on the last chance, but not on sale. Oh, what is this? I thought I checked, and I feel like the dies are on like for 43 or something, and kind of lame. Like I'm kind of cranky at this one. So a couple of days ago, I was like, oh, I hate when things are on sale, and now I'm like, I can't believe they didn't mark this one down more. This guy is $40.50 for the hybrid embossing folder and dies, and one of the dies is this fabulous one, and this impression. So this is a really, really, this is a fun set. It's marked down $4.50, and the photopolymer stamp set is not marked down at all. It's $28, so it's reasonably priced already, mind you, but it's in low inventory. So if you are umming and on about this one, grab it quick. But I really, really, this was a must-have for me, and I loved working with this. I think I worked with it with one of our, I don't know, but I love it. Can I just say I love it? This is actually the background of this. So I have no example of where the whole embossing folder, you can just use the embossing folder as well. But this one is not a sell. This one's all year long. You should have bought this one, but if you didn't, it's going away. So your last chance to buy it, but not at a very big deal. In fact, hold on. This is one of the few times, 28 and 40/50. No, even still. Oh, no, this is one of the few times you do want to buy the bundle, okay? The bundle costs $65.50. and the 2 individuals for this is one of the 1%. Always, always buy stamps and dies, except for this exception. No, there you go. I've showed you one and the other. Okay. So again, fast little cool card idea, fun. You can add a ribbon to this. You could add a couple little dies. You could pop up a few things. You could add this on behind. That's a fun idea for a card. You could totally, that would finish off this card far nice. Like, so that's a nice idea. So you get a hint of what's going on. The reason I colored this to begin with in my mind was definitely at the top. I definitely colored this so that I could sort of show. I really like the idea that it could be in place cards and stuff for your dinner parties. Anyways, okay, so I'm going to leave you with that craziness, you guys. I appreciate you coming back and hanging out with me. It is, like I say, it's Friday night. I'll see you guys back on Monday. But yeah, it's, yeah, that's fun. Oh, that's a fun card. Just FYI, if you're just tuning in, this should be a different color. I would match that one to this. I just, you know me, I'm like trying to be on the fly. Trying to be quick for you. But definitely, yeah, change that color a little tiny bit. But that's cute. All right, forget about that. Okay. Anyways, I'm babbling now for sure. Probably had a little bit too much. See, I finished my cocktail, so now we know why I'm talking a lot. Go for it, you guys. If you have questions ever, touch base with me. I love helping, and I will talk with you again soon. Okay. Ciao. Bye-bye.